What's going on, everybody? 10:33, 9/12/2020. Hey, Kevlar, check your email. Kevlar, check your email. All right, let me get on the topic here today because I want to talk about these fires. And I say these because plural means, in this instance, a lot. I'm in Southern California, and I'm looking out my window right now, and it is blacker than black. I mean, it's grayer than gray. It's darker than dark. There's a lot of smoke in the air. I've never seen it in all the years I've been here, this smoky. I mean, it's like the moors in the UK. So, there are a lot of fires. Plus, I've been watching the news, and I've been talking to people in NorCal, Oregon, Washington. And there are huge fires going on there as well. And this is what I want to talk about. These fires are being lit, guys. This is not just some natural occurrence. And if you track back in history over the last 10, 20 years, 90+% of the fires have been lit. These fires do not naturally occur. Some of them do, yes, but not to the level that they're occurring these days and in the last few decades. Traditionally, for all of you fans that I've had for the last decade, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Illuminati. Which do we ever hear that word anymore? Do you notice how that word has like been scrubbed off the internet? Do you ever hear Illuminati? Does anybody mention the elitists as the Illuminati anymore? Do you notice that? Yeah, that was a deliberate ploy by them. I'm going to talk about that in a later video. But as far as the fires go, the Illuminati years ago used to light them for a multitude of different reasons. I'm not going to get into that. Huge amount of reasons. But they used to light them from satellites. Yeah, it was all done from satellites, all satellite feeds. You can run a distortion wave or some type of a microwave, high energy particle beam, and you can start fires all over the place. It's very easy. Nobody's going to get blamed for it. It looks like it was a freak weather occurrence or a phenomenon that lit the fire. It's not. They're using particle beams, microwave beams, something along those lines, and it's coming from satellites. Well, a few years ago, those satellites, the malicious satellites, were all taken out. They are no longer. The ETs and their groups, etc., took those out a couple years ago. Now what you have is these Antifa BLM guys running around, and I think it's funny because BLM, Black Lives Matter, it's also Bureau of Land Management abbreviation. Connotation, so I think that's funny. BLM, it means both, but BLM, Black Lives Matter, Antifa organizations, and maybe not the guys that are actually doing the rioting in the streets, but part of their syndication or part of their organizations, maybe the higher ups, they're lighting all these fires. And I saw a couple of clips where that was indicated slightly on a couple of internet feeds, but I just wanted to clarify that that's where they're coming from. These guys are torching everything. They're torching cars, they're torching dumpsters, they're torching forests. The fire here in Southern California, I guess it's outside of Monrovia or up in the hills, Angeles National Forest, that was all set by Antifa and BLM people. And that's pretty much what you have. They are hell-bent on destroying this damn country. And Jay Essex is 100% correct. And they're being manipulated, just like Jay said, by Soros and that entourage and Buffett and all these different people. But that really, isn't not that significant of a point for this argument. This argument, I'm just going to let you guys know that that's where they are coming from. And until those guys are really snubbed out, it's going to continue. This stuff is not going to end. They're just going to continue to trash and destroy everything. So if that means anything for you, I don't know. But it should, because these guys are off the chain. They're a little demented to begin with. They've got some mental disorders to begin with, and the people that are running them or puppeteering them are doing a pretty good job of motivating them and getting them to do some pretty damn awful things. So just be on your toes. Be aware that, yeah, they do have the capacity to do these types of things. They do have the capacity to run through the streets and shoot people. They do have the capacity to cause riots and kick patrons out of restaurants or overwhelm restaurants. They have the capacity to break windows, disturb retail, disturb commercial, disturb traffic. They do have that potential. So just be aware of that. And also to recap, in the old days, a few years ago, and beyond that, or before that, it was all Illuminati satellites that were lighting all the fires. Through X-rays, particle beams, high energy particle beams, high energy lasers. That's what was happening. So I want to fill you guys in today. If you have anything that you'd like me to talk about now that I'm sort of on regular business, not business, but business/video schedule, just put what you want me to talk about in the comment section, and I'll see if I can get around to it. I can't guarantee it, but I will try. Depends on the prioritization of some of the other topics that I have to talk about. And it looks like I'm finally getting back on schedule. Although negative things continue to happen. I had a family member that died from the coronavirus, an aunt of mine, and one of her daughters just died. Yeah, through all types of complications, and one of which was the coronavirus, but I don't think that was really the mitigating factor. But it's just, you know, some of the stuff you have to deal with. At least I've got a lighter weight on my shoulders these days, and I can sort of handle things like that. So I'm back on regular schedule. Comment if you want me to talk about anything, or comment if you want to say anything about this video. 1040 a.m. 9/12/2020.